Guys, you need to hear this. NICKMERCS is silently leading the boycott on Activision along with his good friends and popular streamers DR DISRESPECT and TimTheTatman. I'm going to tell you how they are silently leading the boycott and what this means for us. You may not even realize what is truly going on behind the scenes, and Activision does not want you to know what I'm about to reveal to you and share with you. Yet, it's right in the open for you. I promise you guys this is amazing news for us, the Call of Duty community. Share this with everyone you know in the COD community and elsewhere, because we need to take advantage of this opportune moment. Activision absolutely does not want us to take action. Boycott is a legitimate threat to them in this war against us. Do not let up at any point. It's time to make this boycott loud. What's going on, my fellow gaming warriors? 'Tis the one. NICKMERCS, DR DISRESPECT, and TimTheTatman are silently leading the boycott against Activision and Call of Duty. It is the best thing that could have possibly happened to the COD community in years. Changes are coming. We should all thank them for making an impact in the war against Activision. Guys, this is pretty important. Let me explain what I mean. So, as we all know, NICKMERCS was almost cancelled, quote-unquote, by Activision for tweeting that kids should be left alone. Obviously, this was faced with a lot of backlash, but much of the Call of Duty community had his back. DR DISRESPECT and TimTheTatman are two of his friends who decided to stand with NICKMERCS against Activision's decision to remove his operator skin out of Call of Duty in Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone 2. TimTheTatman had his own operator skin as well, but he decided to stand with NICKMERCS and requested for Activision to remove his skin from Call of Duty as well. W move. DR DISRESPECT boldly responded by uninstalling Call of Duty on stream live to make his point that he stands with NICKMERCS and does not tolerate Activision's actions. So these decisions made by these three men became key in the boycott against Activision and Call of Duty. So here's what I truly believe is going on behind the scenes, and that is amazing. I believe NICKMERCS, TimTheTatman, and DR DISRESPECT all have decided together, behind the scenes, to silently and subtly boycott Activision and Call of Duty. Here's how they are silently leading the Call of Duty boycott. I mentioned in the last video how they all streamed XDefiant and seemingly were talking about every other game than Call of Duty. DR DISRESPECT even specifically titled the stream New FPS COD Killer, and again, NICKMERCS' tweet about being the almost cancelled streamer. I don't know about you guys, comment what you think, but to me, these are all subtle shots sent out from these three dudes because they are on a mission to get as many people to quit Call of Duty as possible. Notice how they aren't actively saying everyone boycott Call of Duty, we hate Activision, but they're doing it silently, in subtle ways, to get your attention to boycott this garbage franchise and evil company. And let's not forget, I'm sure NICKMERCS lost out not only on his operator skin in Call of Duty, but Call of Duty event opportunities as well as big name sponsors. So it's not like the only thing he lost out on was the skin, but he's coming out on top now, so it's all good. Want proof that this subtle boycott is working? Check out the Steam charts. This is basically our only metric to get a real picture of how Call of Duty is truly selling. And remember, the same people who bought into the lies that the boycott isn't working are the same people who use these Steam chart metrics as their reasoning. I explained in a prior video how Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone 2 as well as Season 4 Black Cell, being numbers 2 and 3 on Steam charts bestsellers, actually painted a false narrative set up by Activision in order to make it seem like the boycott wasn't working, but we're not going to get into that right now. You can watch that video for the larger context here, but I promise you that's all the truth. Nonetheless, whoever discredits this proof of the boycott working in the Steam chart bestsellers list is a hypocrite. So here we can see the Black Cell Season 4 for Call of Duty has fallen all the way to number 43 in the Steam charts. Clearly, they're not selling quite as well all of a sudden. I wonder why. Modern Warfare 2 is moving down the ranks, currently at 8th, already overtaken by games like Street Fighter 6, Forza Horizon 5, 6 Days in Fallujah, I don't even know how to say that. BattleBit Remastered remains just below CSGO at number 2. By the way, it was made by 3 indie developers, not 3,000 devs! Pretty soon, Modern Warfare 2 will be overtaken by games like The Hunter, Call of the Wild. I'm sorry, I'm sure all these games are enjoyable, not making fun of them whatsoever. But to be outsold by these games as the biggest FPS AAA title in the world is just straight up embarrassing. Like, I'm sorry. And this isn't to mention all NICKMERCS, DR DISRESPECT, TimTheTatman followers combined who will not be buying Modern Warfare 3. I would expect Season 5 of Modern Warfare 2 in Warzone to perform even worse. We should have been boycotting Call of Duty and Activision for years after knowledge of their disgusting and toxic workplace environment in which women were abused, and in terms of the Call of Duty games themselves and the way that developers have treated us, the Call of Duty community for a decade now, none of it is right. So I'm not even saying this is the ultimate reason why we should boycott Activision and Call of Duty. It's just icing on the cake. So the proof is in the pudding here. You can believe the lies all you want that the 100% real boycott is not real, but again, you'd be lying to yourself. And you have to ask yourself, why would you believe something that Activision, of all companies, is trying so hard for you to believe? Just look at their Twitter, look at all the replies. Leave the kids alone, leave the kids alone. They're trying so damn hard for you to forget about NICKMERCS, and every time they have screwed us in the past 10 years, especially since Warzone. But the COD community is finally waking up, and it is beautiful to see everyone coming together to win this war against Activision, led by NICKMERCS, DR DISRESPECT, and TimTheTatman, the big three. Comment what you guys think of these guys silently and subtly boycotting Activision and Call of Duty. Do you now see that it is happening right now, and will you join to save Call of Duty? Share this word with everyone you know, or the boycott will not work. It's very simple. It takes all of us to make this happen, and it will require a push from the COD community like we've never seen before. One way you can do that is hitting that like button if you enjoyed the video and recommending this to your friends. I don't care if they play Call of Duty or not. The more people hear about this, the better. Subscribe if you're new to the channel to become an elite gaming warrior like the Juan. Once you subscribe, you will gain the non-stop bunny hopping ability on X-Defiant, and your opponents will cower in fear of your athleticism as an elite MLG Esports G Fuel gaming warrior. Thank y'all for the constant support, I really do appreciate it. But one last thing, I almost forgot. This is crucial for you to know. I am a sentinel. It has been Juan.